Why, hello there, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a hot moment, hasn't it? But I have returned, as inevitably I always do. Don't worry, the milk is stored away, the cigarettes are lit, and I'm sticking around. At least until the end of Sunday. And then once again I leave to acquire more milk and more cigarettes. But I am back. And you might notice a little something different. No, I've not got the new tracking yet. Don't worry, I'll let you know when that happens. It should be coming tomorrow. By the way, before I go any further, I'd like to just say a very big and warm thank you to Fox's Drawing Twitch. The lovely individual who's making my new model, by the way. So thank you so much for the follow. That's very, very kind of you. As a quite regular viewer on the streams, it's very flattering of you to choose to follow me. And I'm very much looking forward to your work coming to its fruition. Very much so. It's going on so nicely. I guess we'll get on with that, shall we? The new model is coming along very nicely, I will say. Could it be? Masturbating for years, I see. Very good. Very good. Oh, mass-baiting, excuse me. Mass-baiting. Excuse me. No debating here. But yes, new model. Soon. I'm hoping I'll have everything ready for September at the latest. That's my pray. That's my hope. It may be sooner. I believe Rogue's, Rouge. I keep saying Rogue. I know it's Rouge, but I always see Rogue. My brain goes that way for some reason, but he's around. He's just being a little quiet at the moment. I saw him vibing pre-stream. Where's the pipe? No pipe this time. But yeah, we have that. Obviously the iPhone should be here tomorrow, so if I get a chance to set it all up for then, it'll be set up for then. If not, it'll be done at some point in the weekend when I have time. I'm very busy this weekend though, as you may gather. I have obviously stream in the morning, followed by D&D, followed by our community Vermintide game, by the way. So, yeah, we've got a few things happening this week. For those of you who are in the Discord, I'll be seeing you Saturday evening, potentially, should you wish to join, off-stream. Nice bit of Vermintide fun. That's the plan, anyway. Come and go as you please. I'll be vibing on Vermintide regardless. Yes, that's happening Saturday. You may notice I was talking about earlier, might look a little different. It's because I've adjusted my tracking on the webcam a little bit. It's probably quite subtle, but I'm hoping it looks a little smoother. I didn't realise this, but I was squinting, like my model's eyes were squinting a lot. So I fixed that now. So my eyes actually open all the way. I didn't realise this, but apparently I squint a lot, or I look like I'm squinting a lot more. My eyes are narrow a little more. A little bit. I noticed it when I adjusted, like, I think when I adjusted the tracking a smidge. Well, the model is intended to be a bit smug looking, yes. The smug is prevalent. Definitely the energy that I was hoping to be captured was captured, right? But I realised I had the tracking set to make my eyes squint even when my eyes were open. I had to go to really get the eyes to open fully. Whereas now they kind of open more naturally. So, it must be a smoky break. So, listen, if anyone's being bratty, it's fucking Nyatier on Twitter. I look and motherfucker posts on the Dragon Spits post about being 30 and ats my ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? You motherfucker. Trying to spread the hag meme. I swear, you have a disciple, Rouge. You have a disciple. He's doing his damnedest to spread the meme. Honestly, what are you, the fucking patriots of your isms now? Hagism in this case. Stop me if the reference means nothing to anyone. Don't worry, you boys are on the case. Oh, they are, excuse me. They're on the case. Thank you for the pipe, Neon. 1,000 points! Did I put the pipe at 1,000 points? For a damn reason. For a damn reason. That pipe was put 1,000 points. Oh. I'm glad you guys are liking the points, by the way. It's something I was really happy about when I made affiliate. The pipe full. Fine, the last time someone tried to pipe me, I invited them to dinner. Still waiting, Robin. I'm still offering. It's fine, if Robin doesn't take it, Rouge gets it. Oh, so there's actually a clip of this where I was streaming Elden Ring and Robin dropped the metal pipe, and I said, Robin, if you're going to try and pipe me, at least take me to dinner first. Wow. Snoozing. Snoozing on me. Can't believe it. Hurt. Honestly. So, I figure I should discuss this week. No, I'm just memeing. I'm just playing. Oh, what'd you say? Oh. There's a clip of me. It's a clip. It's the clip. I think it's called "Piping Gets Dinner." Also, could probably be nasty or something like that. I think it's something like that. It's on the channel. But yeah, so the week. The week has been interesting. thankfully, they did a good job and things were implemented properly, so things weren't as bad as I thought it was going to be. My main worry was people not knowing what was going on and bothering us about it, so that went quite nice. Thank you for the Maxwell invasion. I'll let Maxwell finish his little dance first. There we go. Wait. You know, you've reminded me. I need to put a cooldown on those. Okay, buddy. But okay. Right, one sec. How many of those have you done? No. Hold on there. Okay, right. My man, we need to calm down here. Holy shit. Holy. My man, I can't get a word in. I'm gonna just skip some of those. Yeah, I noticed you put 2k points in. Holy fuck. Right. I wish I knew where the cooldowns were for these. Oh, yeah. What was I lost track of thought. Right. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so this week did not go nearly as painful as I thought it was going to go. Like, holy shit. Neon, buddy. I am starting to get a little annoyed now. Just a little bit. I have had a bit of a rough week, so let's not invoke the anger. I've tried my best to bury today, because a few things did annoy me this week, and left me a little seething, so I've been trying to keep a cool head on things. I need to figure out where the fuck... Okay. Right, well, you accumulate more points, buddy. Right, yes, I was on about the week, so obviously we switched over everything. To my pleasant surprise, things actually went okay. And, how should we say? It was... Well... I'm trying to find the best way to put it. It was like... Monday... There's one you enjoy your look. Monday was kind of like... You know... How can we say? Monday was sort of... busy, but not horrific. Definitely horrific, but... sorry, I'm fucking... Excuse me. Right. I'm having a moment here. Oh, look at that a sec. I'm getting distracted. I can't do two things at once. Right. Yeah, I was bracing myself because, holy hell, was it like just the most likely day Monday was to be absolutely horrific? Thankfully it wasn't, though. Mostly because, as it turned out, not everything was moved over yet. Tuesday and Wednesday, obviously, were a little bit more hectic because then things were happening. And oh boy, did they happen. Holy fuck, did they happen. They happened with such a degree of ferocity that, wow, yeah, it was fucked, man. It was fucked. It was so fucked. But I've gotten through that now. The worst is behind us, I think. I hope, I pray, I seriously pray. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, it's gonna be rough. If not, because... God, I need an easy day. Nah, no summer breakdowns. Oh, it's not summer here anymore. It doesn't feel like summer. It's cold, it's wet, and it's grey. It's a very British summer, but it doesn't feel like summer anymore. There's no warmth. Also means my hay fever's under control again, which is nice. I do like that. But it is cold and wet. Honestly, there's just rain. There's so much fucking rain. You look twice, you think, it's sunny. No, rain. It's just rain everywhere. Holy shit. Holy shit. But hey, like I say, hay fever's under control though, which is nice. It's very nice to have, honestly. Oh, fucking hell, my neck actually cracked that time. Fucking hell. Owie. Right. But yeah. God, I'm having a moment here, sorry. Yeah, so the worst of it is behind us. At this point, it's just a nice little bit. I'm having a moment here, holy shit. Yeah, I'm a mess today, apparently. Fine, that's why I'm doing the talky bits. Thank you, my friend, thank you. I will recover inevitably. Fine. Something else I've been doing, of course, is doing a good bit of Dawn Trail. Yes, I finally started playing Dawn Trail at last. Which... Holy fuck. I'm glad I finally got around to doing that. Genuinely, it's kind of nice. It's very nice to have. And honestly, so far it's been a nice little expansion. It's been a nice expansion that I genuinely like quite a lot. And it just feels nice to have an expansion that's less doom and gloom than the others, right? It's an expansion that's just, you go to a distant land, and you're just there to vibe, and then you find out you kind of involved in a big political situation. But, hey. But then, hey, it's a Nash one. It's just Nash. Like I say, it's just such a nice fucking expansion. Just the vibe feels just nice and chill. Even the whole writer succession you're doing, it just feels quite chill. It does. And honestly, it's nice. I can't, like, if you played the other Final Fantasy 14 expansions, especially late Shadowbringers, like the Patch Quest and Endwalker, it's like dire consequences left and right, and it's like, holy shit. They even say it in the bloody games, like, first time in a while, there's no end of the world on our shoulders, and no, there isn't. It's a whole new world. Now, I'm still seeing how I feel about some of the new characters. Wuklamat, for example, I don't know about her. In one sense, it's alright. In another sense, I'm not sure I'm a big fan. Seems like the classic, very ditzy, very unsure of herself person who's trying to be leader for the right reasons, but I don't know. I don't hate her character though. Some people say she's insufferable. I haven't got too far in, so I don't know. I don't think she's insufferable. I'm not the biggest fan. I've forgotten his name for the life of me now, but the Vieira, that guy, he's an Endwalker initially. He's alright. I like him. I'm glad he's involved more. Obviously with the twins, because I can go nowhere without dragging Empire with me. And Kryl, actually. So, got a nice selection. Obviously, I got the free Fantasia and updated my wall. So, OG Baronzar, because yes, a little fact about me. The name Baronzar Cobral came from the FF14 character, initially, that I made. I can't remember where the name Baronzar came to me from, but Cobral was kind of a play on one of my older usernames I went by, and also the fact I like cobras. Nothing too grandiose, just I like them. They're cool. Look at them. Just look at a cobra. Cool as fuck. It's that simple, really. I'm a simple creature sometimes. Big snake that raises its head up and goes re at you. Cute. Like it. Highly venomous and lethal. Boop it. Don't actually boop them. You'll die. But also, I want to boop it. Head on his little head. But yeah. And ironically, the Viper, it's a very fitting class for me. The Schneck themed class. Viper's fun. It's a really funny one to describe to people, though, because half of its moves are hidden behind other buttons. Or its buttons turned to other buttons, you know? Very fast-paced feeling, though. It flows nicely, and I'm getting used to it. It's a lot of classes have that like stage where you just go zooming through their like stuff, and this one kind of feels like that all the time. Then you get the super zoom, then you get the zoomies, and then you just fucking pulling around the place, doing insano damage, like your little enshrouded mode for the Reaper, which Reaper or Dark Knight's the next similar level. I'll obviously pick up Pictomancer, so I've got it, but like it's not the one I'm like jumping for next, but I will level it. It's something new and interesting. The Viper the Viper job quests were okay. I won't say they were anything special. They don't really put a lot into them like they used to. I don't know. Like, Sage had a bit. Reaper was kind of fun. Viper was okay. Excuse me. Ugh. Yawning here. But like, I'll be honest, I miss Dark Knight. I miss Dark Knight's job quest, especially the like leveling up to 51. Like 50 to 60 Dark Knight was peak Dark Knight, and holy fuck did it feel good. was such a good job quest. I'm so spoiled by that one because they did such a good job. They did genuinely such a damn good job. Like, holy fuck. I do wish the others had as good as stuff. You know what, actually? Yeah, no, you're right. 70 was good too. You know what? Hell, fuck it. The entire Dark Knight questline was good. What am I saying? You're right. The entire Dark Knight questline was good. From beginning to fucking end. Holy. It was just so everything I needed. Like, I was quite nervous to start it, because I'd never played a tank, and I was kind of nervous about how... I guess I had the classic tank anxiety. Oh yeah, god. Like, the Dark Knight was this poster boy class for that expansion. It's still the expansion I kind of, for now, still like the most. I love Endwalker, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't get these people who say Endwalker was bad. It was not bad at all. It was a great expansion. I just wish it focused more on one area. It felt like it could be more than an expansion, honestly, for how big it was. But Shadowbringers... I like Shadowbringers a lot. And since you're the Warrior of Darkness, the Dark Knight feels very fitting. Playing a Reaper through it probably feels nice too, actually, from a narrative standpoint. But, yeah... The Dark Knight's job quest... Like, at level 50, when you discover, hey, Frey's actually not alive. Frey's not been alive this entire time. You know? Spoilers, by the way, for this. For... If you know, cover your ears, obviously. As we're talking about him. Then... Because it's one of the best job quests. So if you haven't played it... I mean, it's like, it's been out for a while now, but at the same time, people are probably getting into it. So I do apologise there, that's quite a big one. I didn't even think about it, honestly, because it's like, it's... Heaven's Ward's been around for so long, I didn't even think, so apologies there, folks. I'm hoping I didn't spoil that for anyone, because... Listen, I won't say anything more. Like, to be fair, you kind of get a lot of hints about it from the beginning. Listen, Frey's his own being, right? And you will learn a lot about him. I also like, as well, how it lets you learn a lot about yourself in a way in-game. Because it's the most... A lot of the first lot of patch quests for it are done from your perspective a lot. And it's like... You know... It's so nice. Yeah, a lot like him. I've been looking at 1D&D a little bit, because obviously they're doing the new version of D&D. I don't know if Oathbreaker's in. I haven't seen it, but I would like Oathbreaker to feel like a Dark Knight. Or at least Vengeance Paladin to feel like a Dark Knight. I guess Vengeance is to a point, but like, I love the narrative of Dark Knight. Like, they're not evil. They're willing to do things that make them look pretty damn evil for the right reasons. I like that shit. You know? I like as well how legitimately the best Dark Knights are not edgelords. Like, legitimately, the best Dark Knights actually have compassion and give a shit. Because their entire class and ethos spawn from someone who gives a shit about his people. I love that. Yeah. That could be interesting. Interestingly, by the way, the Sorcerer, the four classes they're getting, subclasses they're getting, obviously you got Draconic and Wild Magic Sorcery, right? But they're also getting the Aberration Sorcerer and the Order Sorcerer? The Clockwork Soul, should I say? Like, they're getting, like, some really nice ones to start with. Clockwork Soul's cool as hell. Yeah, the Clockwork Soul. I've played one a bit, actually. Your entire point is that you Yes, the Silent subclass. Yeah, they actually have. Hey, buddy. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Good to see you. We were just talking about. You came at a good time, my friend. We were just talking about D&D. I know you do quite a bit of talking about that. Everyone say hello to JD Moss, one of my longtime friends, and a fellow streamer. Fair enough, my man. Fair enough. You know, while I'm on the topic of D&D, we need to talk a little D&D. We need to talk a little D&D. I'm also remind me on if you're still there, buddy. When I finish stream, to look up Tangier cooldowns. I need to do that. D&D's nuts. I'd like you to roll for initiative, fucker. I'm about to come slap you with both these hands. And my ass is rolling crits. Oh, I should add a dice. If I can add a dice roll thing, that'd be nice. Oh, thank you for the prime subber, by the way, my man. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind of you, sir. Very kind of you. You rolled a 6. Well. let me actually roll something. Hold on. Slash 1d20. Oh. 1 second. 18. Sorry, buddy. You said D&D and then adverts. I can't have. Fair enough. Right. You are liberated from the adverts. And you also show up at the top there as well. So everyone knows that you're the latest one to subscribe. This madness. So, D&D. They've released the Bard. I have not looked at this yet. So I know nothing. I imagine you might have, my friend. But... yeah, you did. I think he's still subbed. I can't remember if did he sub with Prime or did he sub? I forget now. I forget if he sub or if he subbed with Prime. I might just do a little. I might. Listen, we might do a bit of that. All right. 1 second. D&D Beyond Bard. Right. Let me look at the Bard. Not new Bard. Where is it? Where's the art? Is there an article? On 1 D&D Bard. Is there a thing for it? Well, we'll see with the wizard, because they seem to have an idea of like a dichotomy, right, between like, so warlocks obviously got the invocations, right, and it's a half caster now, but then the other half's invocations. That's a weird thing to get my head around, honestly, because most half casters are martially the other half, but this one is actually like 2 different kinds of casting. Also, the pacts are now invocations, so you can have a tome, chain, and sword in the same class, which I like, actually. Yes, I'm so glad it isn't just Eldritch Blast, because that was so annoying. So, you can have all. You know how all the Warlock has pacts, right? You pack the tome, you get a book, it gets like stuff. If you pack the blade, you get a sword, or like a magical weapon. If you do pact of the chain, you get an improved familiar. Well, they're all invocations now, which means you can take all of them, which is incredible. So you can have a bit of everything. If your Warlock build requires you to have 2 or all 3, well, guess what? You can do that now. And some of them still require those as prerequisites too. But I imagine they've really fleshed out the system about that to really give you that customization. Sorcerer is interesting because they've really fleshed out the idea of wielding that innate almost super human-like power. Because Sorcerer has like an arcane rage it can do. It's called innate spellcasting, right, or something like that. And you have advantage on casting spells, and you can like up the damage, up the DC on stuff, and it's just like really good. Can you have multiple pacts, like Pacts of a Fiend? Oh no, only one patron at level 3. You get one patron. That's your subclass. Yeah, so Warlock, you get one subclass obviously, so that's your patron, but you can get different pacts from that patron. Or I guess technically, excuse me, before you get your patron. And yeah, as JD Moss said, the sorcerer is like a spell barbarian now. You wield your power a lot more ferociously, it seems. Also, meta magics seems to be far more like versatile. They really want you to like use those a lot. So, here's the fun part. Remember how Aberration Sorcerer and the... oh, what's it called? Clockwork Soul Sorcerer is, with the extra spell slot, or the extra like spells you get for spell points. Or the extra spells, should I say, the extra variety. Those come baked into your class now. So all of the subclasses will get those. So you'll have way more spell choice, which is nice. As for spell slots, I think... I'm not sure, because the Warlock's interesting. It works differently now. I don't think it has the Pact magic anymore. But instead it goes up to like 5th or 6th level casting. And the invocations do extra shit. But I think it can, like, once per long rest, get some spells back just innately without having to take a rest. But I think it gets the rest back on a short rest, I think. Though don't quote me on that, I'm not as versed as I'd like to be. Like, I'm just sort of spitting anecdotes that I've found as I go. I need to go back and look at all this stuff. Monk has actually been shown as well. And that's kind of interesting. I mean, hey, could do that, honestly. I could sort a game out for that, potentially. If I ignore all the other things I'm doing. But, I mean, hey, let's not say never. I'm hoping that they'll have the book on Roll20. Yeah, the monk has a lot of fun stuff to it. I don't know what subclasses it's getting at the start, but I know they fixed Way of 4 Elements. Or Warrior of 4 Elements, as I think it's called now. Yeah, it's a lot less Eastern coded. Focus is now what they call it, instead of key, for example, which I'm coming around to a bit, I suppose. It feels weird, but coming around to it, little by little. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But it seems like a pretty good class. Now, Stunning Strike is not its only thing. You know my opinions on Stunning Strike, if you've watched that one video I made. If you haven't, on the main channel there's a video where I go into very big detail on my dislike for Stunning Strike. And I quote myself, "Fuck Stunning Strike." Honestly. So annoying. Ooh, Merciful... Yes! Good. Good, 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 good. Those are all good ones. I'm so glad they're pulling the ones from Tasha's. Also, Shadow. One of the best ones from before. I'm glad they're pulling from, like, some of the better stuff. I was kind of hoping Celestial Sorcerer would be in the running, but I'm hoping that'll come soon. I want Celestial and Shadow Sorcerer to come back. Those were fun. Yeah, I noticed that. the Tashas, I think they built those with the intention of them being in this book. That's how it feels to me. Which, you know what? I'm fine with that. The Tasha stuff was all good. Like, I don't think there's a miss in Tasha's. They knocked all those out the park. So, I 100% love Tasha's college and everything. But all the books that came after the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's and Tasha's in particular, were just, oh, chef's kiss. The Dragon book was a bit meh, though. That was a bit sad. Although it seems they're redesigning a bunch of stuff. I'm curious if the dragons are the only ones getting a redesign. For example, is the Beholder getting a redesign? Because that's like the iconic D&D monster. That is like their monster. But like, I've been looking at some of the dragon redesigns, right? There's some I like. There's some I dislike. Or more so, I dislike how some of them look too similar. The bronze and red dragon look a bit too close to me. It's a little too close, for my opinion. Gold dragon's okay. It always felt kind of like Eastern Dragon inspired. And I don't mind it, it's alright. Now, I really like the black dragon. If you follow me on Discord, if you're into my Discord, then you know I like black dragon. Posted about it in there. I've always liked black dragons in D&D. Well, they're my favourites. They're genuinely my favourite. I love the Skull Dragon. And they've made it look very nice. Like a slender, murderous crocodilian. With a bony, like, white head. I think it's like they added the scales have, like, been melted away. So it's really like a white undercoat of skin. It's like bonish looking head. It's a pretty messed up dragon, to be fair. I mean, it sprays acid. And they're pretty evil. But those are very cunning. So, I like them. Indeed. It is the only one that I know. I was about to say, it's the only one. No, it's the poison that doesn't have a metallic counterpart. Green dragon's more like a snake. What I can tell, they're going with that one. Very sneaky. They shoot Mountain Dew for a living. I mean, weirdly, black dragons like copper a lot. So, I mean, you know, those coppers to the Mountain Dew dispensers, you know. The little hot tea, some of that nasty spittle. A nasty little concoction that'll actually just melt you alive. Holy fuck. There's actually, and JD Moss will get this reference, from Onyx's prior campaign, a dragon we all know quite well as a black dragon, known as Dagomir. And yes, it does feel a bit cold in here now all of a sudden. But yeah. That was a fun black dragon we had to deal with. It's cold, it's so cold. The breeze in the room. Actually, there was actually a breeze in the room when I said Dagomir, which is ironic. Very ironic, I will say. But, yeah. But they are my fave. So, I'm glad they look nice. I'm not big on the blue dragon, though. That's one I have a big issue with. It don't have its horn. Or not like its big old horn. Don't have it. And it don't look right. Sorry, I was do not disturbing my phone. But yeah, it don't look right. It ain't got its big old horn. Like, blue dragons in D&D always have that big old magnificent horn. That's their thing, right? That's that big old thing. They don't have it. It's weird. I don't recall how the white dragon looked in this new edition. I don't recall being a big fan of it. Then again, I've only seen the Tiamat version of it. But black dragon good. Me like that one. That one pleases the noggin. The neurons are activated. So I've heard varying bits on Ranger and Paladin. Though, again, I've heard this from other sources, so pinch of salt me. Reminds me of my first indie campaign. We had a new person in the party. They were Blue Dragonborn, and my character had recently gotten a book of dragons. I was like, isn't it? Oh. Oof. Oof, my man. Man walks in, just go, you on the weakest. Physically, a blue dragon isn't as mighty as some of the others. However, their mind is sharp as fuck. They're the brainy boys of dragon kind. It's why the Dracolich is depicted as a blue dragon, by default. Because the blue dragon has the intelligence to go through with the transformation. White dragon... Well, blue dragon's one of the weaker ones, but white dragon is feral. By default, they're feral. They're just literally feral. They're predatory hunters. Like... Don't get me wrong, I like to make exceptions to that rule, but they're definitely, like, on the tiers. They're just above power level to a deep dragon, but they're not as intelligent as a deep dragon. Deep dragons are fun. I like deep dragons. They spray toxic mist, and they have a interest in knowledge. Their lair, or their presence, produces an aura which prevents the destruction of knowledge. They're knowledge hoarders, which is quite fun. I do wonder if they'll redesign the gem dragons too, or if the design they've got most recent book will stick. Because they're not as talked about as much, but gem dragons are a whole thing. But they are weaker than metallic and chromatic dragons. Even their Great Worm is significantly weaker than the other two's Great Worms. The Great Worms are just ridiculously powerful. Like, I think unironically, an avatar of a god's required for them fuckers, but I don't know if they're going to be in 1 D&D anytime soon, or if they'll translate over nicely. Maybe they will. They're kind of a template, so maybe they will. But yeah, the Ranger and the Paladin I've heard varying reports about, mostly being varying talks. Like, the Paladin's Divine Smite now is a bonus action, so you can't just slam them out constantly. Which, in one sense, does make you use its other features. In another sense, it's kind of a big oof. Yeah, the smite is definitely nerfed compared to how it used to be. The rest, I guess, has been improved as a result, though, by them actually paying attention to the existence of it. A bit like how Monk is more than just a stun machine now, or Warlock's more than just Eldritch Blast. It now has a spell as well. Can we counterspell? Okay, nice, nice. Oh, the smite can be counterspelled. Yes, that is another issue. It is now a spell. So, yeah, you can counterspell the smite. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, counterspell doesn't make you lose the spell slot, does it? If I'm not mistaken, you do not lose the spell slot for that, though. Yeah, that's a bit oof, isn't it? That's one thing that's a bit of a shame. It's not like an ability, it's a spell. That is one thing that feels a bit oof. The rest of Paladin's improvements, like the Call Steed, or the Summon Steed, being like yeah, it's the Summon Steed for free, at least, but yeah, so if it follows UA, you won't lose the spell slot at least. And I guess, to be fair, you still do hit, even though you've done a Divine Smite. So even if they counterspell you, okay, you've just took my magical energy away from the strike. If the weapon's still a magical weapon, it's going to still hit you. So, there's that. And I guess someone could counter the counterspell if they wanted. But, yeah. So that's the whole thing. Ranger, I don't know too much about what they've done with Ranger. I'll be honest. That one I haven't looked into much. I know originally they were going for a vibe like a smarts class, right? Like it uses a lot of utility, a lot of skills, right? It's meant to be like in a similar category to the rogue and the bard. Like it's a skill monkey, but it's a martial skill monkey. Whereas the bard's a magical skill monkey. I guess the range's like a half-cast skill monkey. Half-caster skill monkey. You know, has casting, but also has martial. Yeah, that's a big thing for the fighter, isn't it? That's a big thing for the fighter. The fighter's got like a lot of that weapon mastery stuff. So, yeah, that is a question. Definitely. How will that all play out? It's definitely a thought. Oh, okay. I guess the monk doesn't need it, though, from the way it sounds. They're really encouraging you to use your fists, which plays into the fantasy. So I like that. As far as, I think, general rules go, I don't know how much has really changed. I think there's still a lot the same for 5e. Like AC still works the same. Spell save DCs, save DCs work the same. It's mostly the classes that have had a big update, isn't it? And then how monsters work, I think. Surprise changed a bit. Okay. How so exactly? Is it like it's not just a free turn for whoever gets the surprise, or is like more counterplay now where you can actually like if you roll high enough initiative you don't get surprise anymore? I'm curious about that. Truth be told. If that is something that... Oh, okay. That, honestly... I don't hate it. I don't mind it too much, honestly. To be completely honest with you. It's not terrible. In fact, that's probably, like... overall, the better. I think. We'll see. But that's not bad. I don't mind that one too much. Oh, nice. Okay. So backgrounds are more... Okay, so character creation in general is better now as well. Okay. Like, I know little bits and bobs, but, like, I don't know as much as I wish I did. I definitely wouldn't mind doing it before. I do remember the UA for that, so I'm glad that they've kept that. That was a good idea. Does it also give you your stats as well? The background? Because I remember your stat improvements came from background, which, you know what, I actually kind of like that. I remember liking that one quite a bit, because, like, it does make sense that your experiences probably play more into your attributes than how you're born. So I like that. I definitely think they should definitely make sure that all the different races feel different as well. That's an important thing, I think, to a lot of people. But as long as like stats aren't the way they're doing it anymore, that's fine. As long as features and stuff feel unique, languages, that kind of shit, or just other innate things about them. Just so it isn't like I'm playing a human with a different hat. That's the important thing to me. I don't want a tiefling to feel like a human with a different hat. I don't want the lizard folk to feel like a human with a hat. An orc shouldn't feel like a human painted green. It should feel a bit different. That would be interesting. Reducing dark vision amounts would be very interesting, That would make dungeon delving so much more interesting, because no longer does the entire party have the means to see the fucking map all the time. You actually have torches, and I can do things like, oh, you're going through a watery area, might lose the torch. Like, the tension right? And it also helps enemies like kobolds and goblins, because obviously they have a bit more advantage now attacking you in the dark. Even though they'll still lose, it's still more threatening. I think that's good. I think that's really good. They genuinely need more of that, I think. It's such a useful thing to do. So, they need more of that. I think definitely not every race needs bloody dark vision, right? We don't need it nearly as much. Make it a feat, or just, like, reduce it. I think, personally, the only races that should have dark vision are races that live underground. That, to me, would make sense. Drow, Duragar, Kobolds, that makes sense. Snurfniblin, that makes sense. They all live underground. I think Goblins should have an advantage in perception in dark areas, but not dark vision. Because they come out in the light quite a lot more than Kobolds do, I think. Dwarves, again, I think Dwarves have a similar thing. Oop, shaking my mic with that. Advantage in, like, perception in darkness, but not, like, dark vision. Because they light up the hole still, right? It should only be the races that live in darkness. Duragar, Drow, Snurfniblin, you know. The Underdark races. They live deep underground where light can never penetrate. It makes sense they can see in the dark. But that's it. You know, it shouldn't require something like a feature like the Gloomstalker Ranger to add the threat of the dark back into the game, personally. Because that one's funny. Because you can't see them in the dark. But it never comes up. So, it's definitely one they should look at. Add some variety back into the game. Make dungeon delving feel terrifying. Oh, don't you start. Don't you... Hello, Natia. Don't you even start. I've already talked to Rouge about how you're his new disciple. In the ways of calling me a fucking hag. Bastard. Honestly. I can go nowhere about you people calling me old. Adding the years onto me. Well and truly adding the years onto me. Now a hag coven. Rouge. I think we both know I'm not the oldest one here. Man talks a good game until he remembers. He's a little older than me. It's moulding right now. I can hear him typing furiously. Hounding with that keyboard. Worth it. Every time. Every time. Oh. The pain. It's hiding it. Hiding it well. Hello, Nyatia. Welcome. I do hope you're having a good time, my friend. Hope you're feeling good. Despite calling me a hag. Let's use the ads 5 minutes. The only reason I let the ads play is just the pre-roll doesn't go on. What music have we got on the minute? I don't like this track. There we go. I don't like that one. Listen. I've passed a third of my lifetime. I'm feeling... Damn, a third. An entire third. I mean, fair enough. He's still fully young after that. That's fair enough. That's a good thing to feel. You should still be able to feel young. I wish I felt young most of the bloody time. To be completely honest. I genuinely wish I felt young some days. It's okay. I think Moss is almost as old as you. 94-year-old man over there. That one. 94-year-old man over there. There we go. You are indeed ancient. Like a Egyptian hieroglyphic dragged up from the sands. Like the damn pyramids. I shouldn't get into the topic of ancient monuments. You remind me of my annoyance about what some arseholes did to Stonehenge. Fuckers. Spraying paint on it. No. I shan't think about it more. It'll annoy me, seeing that shit. So fucking dumb as well. Holy fuck. That entire situation. So, in other news, by the way, just to distract myself, I've just remembered. Fucking, of all places to open up auditions, apparently Vshoujo has. Now, before you ask, no, I will not be applying. I don't think I'm good enough. And also, I'm not interested in the agency life at the minute. Maybe when I've been at it a bit longer, and then I'll probably. Plus, I want to get the branding in order before I'd ever consider something like that. But if you're a VTuber and wants to apply for Vshoujo, then hey, I wish you the best of luck. It ain't easy to get in. They're very picky, which I can understand. Everyone in there is like a long-term streamer. Makes sense. And hey, it certainly sounds like it's better over there than it is in certain agencies. Holy shit. At least that one lasted more than bloody a year as well. But just don't apply to Nishi Sanji, whatever you do. Holy fuck. Don't do it. Don't hurt yourself like that. That's a degree of self-flagellation that you deserve better than that. Or you just keep being indie. Which is what I'm probably going to do for the foreseeable. Who knows? Never say never though, but for now, I'm quite comfy being indie. I don't see myself going anywhere near that kind of get up anytime soon. Maybe one day though. You never know. Again, never say never. Maybe I'll look at that kind of thing when I'm a bit bigger, and also after the rebrand, where it's all... I've got it all final form settled in, you know. I will let this ad run so the bloody pre-rolls turn off. But just to let you all know, it's been an ad in 50 seconds, unless of course you are subbed or turboed, then you're fine. Don't worry about it. But I will let it run just so the pre-rolls go away. But yeah. But no, all that is coming soon, so... As far as rebrand, by the way, just so you all know, as I've said before, the name is not changing, just my visage and some of the vibe. But other than that, you shouldn't see anything too different. Well, except for the visual stuff, of course, and the branding. That's all changing. I'm hoping to have my schedule ready, but we'll see. I put that in place a bit later on. No, I'm not doing that. No, there will be no Hags Arco Bral. We have started this journey as Barons Arco Bral. We will end this journey as Barons Arco Bral. That is not changing. Also, I already have, like, shit labeled as Barons Arco Bral, and then I have to change links. And, no. The name stays. Despite the fact some people can't fucking say it. It's fine. It's fine. Some people can't say Baronzar, and that's okay. They can still say Cobra. Or Cobra. People call me any of those things. Or according to you fuckers, Hag. It's fine, my new form hasn't got white hair. It's red. Yeah. I'll be a redhead then, chat. What are you gonna do then, huh? Also, which is something I find interesting, like with all things of artwork to live 2D model, I swear the tit size has increased. I didn't ask for it, but hey. It is what it is. I ain't complaining. But no, it is the artwork for it's done. So the rigging is soon to come and the toggles, which look very nice. Same person doing both, so that simplifies that process nicely for me. You're very happy, are you? Well, you've seen it, Rome. You've been witnessing it. Just to give you a hint, if you're curious who's making the new model, I'll give you a hint. She's the last person to follow me, as you can see there. They're a good egg, that one. But yeah, looking very nice. God, I'm excited for it. It's one of the reasons I'm getting the iPhone, actually, so I can have better tracking, because her rigging works best with iPhone, and I want the best tracking. And I found an iPhone for, like, good value. I got some insurance for it for accidental damage, so it bumped the price up a little bit. And then I got a stand and a longer charger, just so I could keep it on charge while doing this, because this drains the battery. I think it's an iPhone 13, I want to say. It's not the newest model. It's a few down, but it's still, like, got the necessary camera to do VTube Studio properly. And it also meant it was cheaper. So I'm not spending, like, silly money on an iPhone. It's still expensive, but it's not, like, silly money. It's the kind of money that, come the end of the month, I won't be filling without. So it's fine. It's within my means. I mean, I have a lot saved up, so it's fine. It's fine. A little investment now into the hobby I very much love and enjoy. To be able to do more for you guys at the end of the day. I don't mind spending on a hobby that I enjoy. And, well, it's something I'm going to use. This is the thing. The way it's like my computer. I spend a good amount of money because I want it to last a while. I don't like change too much, so I like to have something that'll last me. This model's no exception. I mean, this one I've got now has done me very well. It's served me fantastically. And I have no issues with it. If it wasn't for the fact that I felt like I didn't quite feel 100% with the vibe, I would have stuck with it. But hey, it's alright. It served me well, and honestly, the new one does still take many... Let me put it this way. If the rest of you haven't seen it yet, the design's been knocking around. What I'll say is I like to think, despite the changes, it is still me. And I'd like to think that you'll still see me. I'll just look a bit different. But very much still me. Also, I have bangs now. I cover like one eye. That's the whole thing. But you'll see all of it when it's done. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that at all. But that one I'll be sticking with for the foreseeable future. So that'll be the last big change. Though, as far as new additions to the channel, there are a few things I'm working on. As I mentioned, I've been doing a little bit for the review for the Movra Stankia campaign. I've done my recording of my voiceover and me and my VTuber self. But obviously, I need to go and edit it all together with the footage and do all that jazz. So that'll probably be Sunday. Probably. If I don't do my retelling first, we'll see. I'll have to make sure my notes are right. I've got a busy weekend. I've got a busy weekend. But it's fine. A busy weekend is a weekend that keeps my mind occupied, which is important. It's important for me. As long as my mind is occupied by fun things. Yeah, a little busyness is fine, right? I must admit, there was a part of me felt a little bit bad because I forgot that one of them at work is having a leaving thing. No. No, I won't be. I did briefly consider just throwing my hat in the ring to see if I'd get anywhere with it, but I don't think I will. Not this time. The way I see it is these kind of things. The way I see it is this, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's V Shoujo. They're different, to be fair. Nah, as much as I would love that, and I do like them lot of V Shoujo, right? I have nothing against them. They're all wonderful people, as far as I can tell, and very fun to watch. I don't think I'm what they're looking for. Also, I've not been doing this very long, right? I have to think about this from a logical standpoint. As much as I would love to throw my hat in the ring and go, hey, this is me, you want to hire me, hey? At the same time, I've got a River rebrand coming up, so I'm focusing on that. And I don't feel like there's a realistic chance. Not out of pessimism, but out of just realism here. I have been doing this for less than a year. There are people who have been at this for years. They are far more likely to get in, and also far more prepared for this kind of thing. I don't think I have enough time in the day to faff for that sort of stuff. It's one of those things, right? And besides, I don't think... The way I see it, if something like a talent agency, be it V Shoujo, be it any other one, turns up, and we cross paths, we talk, and something happens, great. But what I will say now is two things. One, I won't be going to one that requires me to abandon this channel, abandon this. I won't be doing that, and the reason I won't be doing that is simple. One of the big reasons I started doing this is because I wanted something I could be proud of that is me, and I could be remembered by. Bit slightly morbid, perhaps, getting here, but always a part of me that wonders, like, how will people remember me? I do think about that sometimes, and I want it to be for me. As much as I somewhat play a character in a way, I also want it to be for me. So, this channel means too much to me to abandon. So, that's not happening. So, and also, I retain my rights to my stuff. Like, yeah, exactly, right? Like, and the rights to my stuff mean too much to me, right? This means too much to me to let someone else have control over it. If I ever get big enough that I look for managers and all that kind of stuff, I'll be very picky, because the way I see it, I care about this sort of thing. Like, I do. I love doing this, and it's really become a positive part of my life, so I really care about it. So anything where I could lose any control over this has to be looked at, calculated, and really assessed here. Like, it's one thing to hire an editor to do something for me, if I ever got to the point where I could afford to do that consistently. Yeah, project manage, helping with that kind of thing would be nice, because I have lots of ideas, but executing them's the hard part. My mind is my own worst enemy, and it likes to go, hey, isn't this a cool idea? Like, yeah, it is. Like, unironically, if I could tell you how many times I've sat there having a shower, and ideas will just flood my mind. The shower thoughts are strong with me, brothers. The shower thoughts are strong with me, let me tell you. Unironically, what do you mean, hold up? No, not literally sit. I'm being metaphorical here. I'm being metaphorical here. But, like, I'll be there, the water running on my head, and my mind will go, hey, here's an idea. Or, you know, I might just start concocting lore, because I do want to do a bit of a... I'll give one thing away I want to do, actually, that I've been thinking about. Shinji in the shower. Defeated by your own ideas. Well, one thing I'd like to do, actually, is a little YouTube series on world building. World building, but specifically world building my own lore for my own Vtuber model. That's something, like, for the new one. I have lots of ideas. If I can ever get the time to practice in, maybe I might even try and figure out how to draw, so I can draw some of these ideas. That is a far-flung idea. That part in particular is, like, very far-flung, but we'll see. We will see on that one. But the world building stuff, definitely will do, because I like world building. I like writing lore. I like making worlds. As if JD Moss is still there, as he'll know, I go a bit nuts when writing lore. I go absolutely insane. In fact, Rouge, you've read some of the stuff. Very wholesome, Rouge, very wholesome. A bit. It's okay, I was showing Rouge some of the stuff I'd done in the past. It's a shame I can't find my original setting. I can find the redone version, but not the original. Maybe did I lose it of the old drive, possibly? Maybe I did. That was a big old Word document. God, yeah. Yeah, I have... When my mind gets to idea making, like, when it lets me, I have ideas. And holy shit, do I have ideas. I will say that series, if I do decide to do that, which I think I will be very much a... When I have ideas, I will write them down, and then when there's enough to make a video for them, I'll make a video. It will not be a consistent series, because my mind doesn't work that way. I know that for a fact. My mind is a weapon against me, as much as it is to help me. So... But I've had ideas. The problem is that my ideas will hit, like, random areas. It won't, like, build on each other until, like, a while later. Or I just sit there, have a few drinks, and then have a video in the background, and then just start writing like a lunatic. But, you know. Yeah, my mind do that. It does zoom, occasionally. It's how I work. I am built diff, as my bio does mention, the About Me section. I am built diff. Built a little wrong. Ooh. Nice, nice. 2-hour anger and lore video. Excellent. You're starting to get to the 40k knowledge down your gullet. Excellent. Soon I can rant to you about Warhammer 40,000 and you'll understand the references. You know the voice that... Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do. Don't get me wrong, I've been tempted. I can't... You want, like... How would Angron sound? Probably have to like really gruff the voice and really just. No, I'm not. No. Probably like angry. No, that was more. That was more orc. No, I need like. I'm not genuinely angry enough to do his voice right now. I actually think I would have to channel some real anger. Because, like, the thing you have to think about with Angron, right? He is continuously in agony. He is continuously, like, in pure pain from the nails biting into his head. The butcher's nails, like, on him constantly. The really sad part with him is when he becomes a demon prince, he loses the nails pain. But instead, his thirst for murder and blood becomes insane. There's a whole bit, actually, I assume you're aware of this, where Khan speaks to him after his transformation, and he's just sitting there screaming because they've chained him down to try and keep him in the mortal plane, and he just wants blood and murder and skulls. And Logar's just like, this is fine, don't worry about it. But he's insane. We're chaining him. We'll unleash Angron when it's right. Don't worry about it. By the way, Khan, would you like to know who killed Argotal? Oh, have you heard about Erebus? If you want to know about the biggest piece of shit in the setting, Erebus. First Chaplain Erebus. Learn to hate that name. He is a fucker, that one. He puts, like, think of all the slimiest villains you can think of, the most backstabby fuckers. Like, he puts, like, Starscream to shame, he puts, like, all those types of villains to shame. Right. Erebus and Corphoron. Erebus in particular, though, is the architect of the heresy. Logar, however, was the perfect, like, herald of it. But those two were the ones who guided him there. Corphoron taught him in the Old Faith. He's an evil fucker, by the way, Corphoron is. He's an abusive evil fucker. The funny thing is, though, he'll never be a Space Marine. Because he was too old to be augmented. So the surgery he undergone only did, like, part of the way. He has to wear Terminator armor to actually be a physical threat. And the Terminator armor is just, like, he's wearing power armor underneath it. But he has to wear a full suit of Catifracti just to be a threat. Erebus is at least a full Space Marine. The Word Bearers did have, like, one nice guy, despite the fact he was a demonic murder machine at one point in the heresy, but, Argyltal was a nice guy. Genuinely a nice dude. That Logar sent to have a demon force its way into his body and make him into a being almost as strong as a Primarch. Fucker could rip a Space Marine in half. Honestly, the Geld Vorbach one of the coolest bits of the setting. Holy fuck. I will say, as much as the Word Bearers are completely just... they're evil. Most of them are evil. There's a few fleets that went off and came back later to discover that they'd become religious nutters, but... holy fuck. Well, more religious than they were before. For a different set of gods. But... yeah, that... it's why, I think, was it Sanguinius genuinely hated them? And you know what? Fair enough. They knew what they were doing. The Word Bearers knew exactly what they were doing. The entire time. From the minute they painted their armor red. They knew what they were doing. I mean, they used possessed marines, dreadnoughts, demonic allies, the whole 9 yards. Horus did have his own possessed, but this was late heresy corrupted Horus, right? So, you know. Oh, they come a while later. So the thing with the Tyranids, no one knows exactly what summoned them, but there's a few theories. Right after the heresy is probably the Great Scouring. um, where the Loyalists' remaining Primarchs helped just rout the Chaos Marines from the galaxy. It's also where the Alpha Legion's second Primarch allegedly died. I have to say allegedly with everything the Alpha Legion do. If you want a fucking group in 40k that will confuse the shit out of you, the Alpha Legion. There is no hard facts about them, because everything's a fucking lie. In the Primarch's own book, it starts, "My name is Alfarius, this is a lie." The book ends, "My name is Alfarius, this is a lie." We don't even know their true origin, by the way. Omegon might live. He might not. The Alpha Legion can literally, like, mind swap people. Yeah, no worries, my man. Seen a bit, my man. And also, yeah, Salamanders are genuinely the nicest Marines. Unless you're an Eldar. If you're an Eldar, rip and tear until it's done. But if you're not an Eldar, you're fine. You know. They're nice Salamanders. Vulcan made certain of that. They're good lot. Very good armorers as well. Yeah, the Heresy, it's an interesting period. I like what they did, expanding the legions and the Heresy, making them more interesting. I like, for example, the World Eaters in Heresy. There's a lot more going on to them than just Crazy Berserker. And don't get me wrong, I love a good Khorne Berserker. They're metal as shit. But look at them. I've been tempted to pick up some models. But honestly, if I didn't have so many Death Guard to do, I'd pick up some fucking Berserkers. They look so nice. Honestly, I would probably do them either in 30k colours or pre-Angron, like Warhound colours. I do like the Warhound colour scheme. The predominant blue with a bit of white and the brass. I do like that. But then, like 30k World Eaters, bleh. World Eaters. I keep Word Bearers and World Eaters. I keep getting tongue twisted on them. I swear. I like them both though. I do. I like them both. They are both very nice. And I do have the. If I do more Thousand Suns, they'll be in red. I like that cherry red. I've got a good way of painting that now, so I can replicate it nicely. For those of you who are in the Discord, by the way, my Death Guard, some of them are in there, painted up. I'm very happy with how they've turned out. Bit of villainy inks, a good bit of grime, Nurgle's rots, that kind of shit, all dabbed on them in loving amounts. Not too much, but loving amounts. Yep, they haven't. I think their Marines are also a little undersized compared to the Death Guard. The rubric's a little shorter, from what I've been told. Yeah, Thousand Suns. I'm hoping they'll get something soon. The hint about the robots coming out is nice. It's okay. We have a Gene Stealer Tech Priest for Necromunda. That's the closest thing to Dark Mechanicum we've got in a while. He would make a good Dark Mechanicum character, actually. Rare Parrot. What's a Rare Parrot? The only parrot I know is the one who reads 4chan. Oh, Rave Parrot. Oh, hang on. It comes through as text. Oh. Well, that's weird. That doesn't come through as the emote in the chat, but it does on, here? Over on Twitch? That's weird. Why does it do that? Unless it's just my end. I don't know, that's weird. Anyway. Ironic enough, the parrot I thought you were referencing for a second there is green. If you're familiar with a certain parrot that reads 4chan, who recently had a whole thing with Hoyoverse because they wouldn't pay his sponsorship because he was taking the piss out of bloody Vox and his more Eastern getup as he was going to Billy Billy. Which, by the way, I can't think of a worse place to go for a VTuber. Like, I'm just gonna say it, Billy Billy's a terrible place for anonymity. If you get big there, they literally dox you. Like, the Chinese government will publicly post your docs. Like, it's required to be monetized over there. It's ridiculous. Like, what? Like, bruh. Why would you ever want to do that to yourself? Like, I get if you live there and you're stuck, fair enough, but like... Well, money is king. That's why Hololive are going back there. For some reason. I don't get why Hololive are going back there, by the way. You remember Coco, don't you? How that went. Honestly. They're going back, yeah. They're going back to, do I make the joke? I shouldn't make the joke about Western Taiwan. Yeah, no. No, some people wonder if it's just going to be like the Hong Kong and Taiwanese viewers are going to see it. Oh no, I said Taiwan. It's okay, we're on Twitch. Twitch isn't allowed in China. Honestly, that whole thing. It's not even all the Chinese viewers either, it's just like a few. Including the original CN branch of Hololive, by the way. The CN branch of Hololive are just... that shit's just Mean Girls shit. All the way. Literal Mean Girls. It's so fucked. Yeah, stop yawning. Yeah. Like, holy fuck. That was a whole thing. Best Kardashians. My friend, you follow VTubers. Open up Twitter and you'll find more of that. I swear to God. I was watching someone talk about this the other day, but they're not wrong. Why are we just known for just drama all the time? It's the one thing that I'm like... It feels kind of awkward to say, yeah, I'm a VTuber. When all we're fucking known for is fucking drama, and fucking V-tweeters. Can we be known for something else? Like, god damn it. VTubers are inherently mentally deranged. What do you mean? I mean, yes, but still. I can't even deny that one. I am part of the problem. My neurodivergent ass is part of the problem. But, like, at the same time, my insanity is nowhere near as bad as everyone else's insanity. I'd like to think. I like to think I'm a little bit more chill. I hope. I hope I'm more chill. Anyway, you know. But, like, it's... You never know. I mean, maybe I'll become more deranged, who knows. I'm kind of in that part of, like... I'm kind of at that point where I'm on the outskirts of the community, right? I'm not, like, in and amongst it all yet, am I? I'm this kind of, like, background person. You know, I'm a small-time VTuber. And I've got nearly 110 followers, which was very close to 110, by the way. Very thankful for that. I was not expecting to be at this point where I am now. Truth be told. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It does feel nice. But, like, you get what I mean? Like, I guess I am kind of, like, on the periphery. I'm not, like, in and amongst the wider VTuber community, so to speak. I'm not, like, part of the in-group. To be honest, I'm not too bothered by that. because one, I never feel like I'm part of an in-group anyway, other than my own. And to be honest, sometimes from the way it sounds, being in that in-group is worse than being out of it. So, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm doing... yeah, we are doing pretty nicely on our own here. So, I'm happy with that. Like, I'm happy with how things are going. I'm enjoying myself. And that's the main thing, right? I'm having fun. Hopefully you're all having fun. Which is important. So, you know, pull that together. And it's all a good time. That's the main thing to me. The most important thing. Yeah, put all that together. And I think that's what everyone wants. You know, and if it grows bigger than this, fantastic. But I'm happy at the rate we're going. I'm happy at the rate we're growing. Because, like, in a way, I get to know my regulars. I get to know my... well... admittedly, I think I don't help with that. I do sometimes, like, play into it a little bit. I try not to too much, but I think I do. I need to be careful of that. He's a funny character, but you know what? He's pretty wholesome most of the time when he isn't spamming alerts. I will fix that. That's... if anything, he's kind of given me the kick up the arse to actually go and do it, rather than say I'm going to do it, so that is something we'll do after stream. Well, yeah. He's a neon. He's a whole bag. It's a whole bag of beans, that one. But hey, he's all. All things considered, he's all right. Yeah, exactly. He might be a bit crazy, but he's okay. Right? He's not evil. He's not a terrible person. He's a nice enough fella. From what I've seen, anyway. I think I've managed to culminate a lot of nice people around me, which is good. It does feel nice. Like, I think at most, we're all playful, right? A little bit of playful bully. Nothing extreme. Nothing over the top. Maybe even the best. You've earned yourself there, Roach. Chat, remember to give the mods head pats. By mod, I mean singular. We have one currently. Give him lots of head pats. Look at him pleading for head pats. Give him many a head pat. Behind the ear if you're feeling generous. Don't worry. Beckon the attention. Exactly. Don't worry. The mods get fed. I think my mod is self-sufficient. He feeds himself. There is no basement. Yet. I mean, what? There's no basement yet. Haven't fed yet. You're not supposed to tell them that. You're not supposed to tell them that. You're not supposed to tell them these things. I was meant to do that one, wasn't I? There we go. This one what I meant to do. I'm supposed to tell them these things. Exactly. You're fine. You're fine, aren't you? Yes? Yeah. Exactly. It's fine. I treat my mods and my D&D players well. One of them was in the chat. See, look how happy he was to be there. I treat them all well. God, I do want to do some D&D on stream at some point, though. That is something I'd like to do. I'd love to do that. I was talking about this to Onyx, actually. Like, he should do, like, an after-action report after the session as well, for those who couldn't make it. Like a TLDR kind of thing. Also, it's just making content from your content. What a good idea. Like, I do that with my retellings, right? But what if I was streaming it and then I did my retellings? It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? One day. It will probably mean I'd end up streaming a little later on, like in the afternoon rather than the morning. I feel like that might be for the best if I did that. Exactly. I do want to do that for my next campaign, truth be told. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it to happen. This one's still got a ways to go, so we'll see. But for my next one, I want to do that. That's something I want to do. Because it's important, I think, to get a nice blend of things you're doing, and also just, I don't know, just adds a bit more of experience for everybody. Plus, I think it'd be fun. Exactly. So, that is something I am 100% going to do. That isn't a speculative. That is 100% we're doing that. The D&D thing, or any other TTRPG. It doesn't have to be D&D. Hell, if it becomes a big enough thing, who knows? We might, some kind of like custom artwork done and all that nice stuff, right? The Lancer game, we're going to have some custom artwork for our characters, actually. So, that's a thing. And then Onyx has done his own work to make the mechs, so I definitely would like to do something like that. Yeah, there'll be custom art of my boy, Lamasu, or Nazran Golding, as it is also called. Yes, my Gruff Mercenary will have that. Which, when was the... Oh, actually, I can tell you all this, because there's been a speculative date. One sec. Where is it? Where is the... There it is. So, all being well, and obviously subject to change, so please do pencil it in if you are going to make a note of it. But the plan is on Saturday the 3rd of August at 5 PM UK time. That's British Summer Time. Is when we're thinking of having the first streamed session. But again, be sure to pencil that one in, because it could change. So just bear that one in mind. Yes, the 3rd of August. That is about 3 weeks away. So, yeah. Keep an eye out for that. If it does happen that day, I will make sure you're all fully aware on the day as well. And I'll also, scream about it to the heavens. And, make a big announcement about it. And we'll do all that sort of shit. Don't you worry. You'll know. You'll know about it. So, yeah. So that's happening soon. Which will be very fun. It'd be nice to be a player again. We've got our first license level, which means a bit more build variety too. The second one will come quite a bit later. Then we'll have some real variety, because we'll have, things that aren't the starting mech. Which leaves a lot open for us. That'll be fun. That'll be very fun. Hell, if Onyx wants to, I'll talk to him about this, but he should probably stream him making the new ones with us. I don't know. It's good cloud ideas. Plus, it'd be fun. That's how I see it. It'd be a fun little thing. But yeah. I still have a couple of old ideas I have knocking around as well for my own stuff. Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping the best as well, indeed. A couple of ideas myself. I'm floating these ideas around. What were they now? It's been a little bit, so let me remind myself. But content ideas. I did write these down actually. That was it, yeah. So, a couple of ideas I had for myself, actually. I love the idea of retrospectives, going over all the stuff. I love that. That is something I'd like to do. Obviously, reviews. I'm going to do some campaign reviews. Those are in the works, but maybe some just flat-out game reviews. Might do one for Helldivers, now it's been a while, you know. Helldivers 2, really kind of dig into it. My thoughts about it currently. Part of me was tempted, and I don't know if this would be a good idea or not, but part of me was tempted to do like a... how to put it? Like, almost like a tour guide through a community kind of thing. Like, the intent would be like introducing... yeah, Save X game kind of videos would be quite nice, I think. I was tempted to do like a little, like... I think my running title for it was like community review. And it's just where like go over a fandom, a community, a group, and just talk about it. I don't know if it'd be a good idea though. It's an idea I floated in my head. But I don't know. It's something I've thought about. It's just like here they are, here's what they're all about, you know. To someone who doesn't know anything about them. It would involve me doing a lot of digging, getting to know things in that community. So it'd be a long process, that would, if I did. But I'm always interested to learn new things, so it was a temptation. I don't know how likely it'd be, though. To impost. And yeah, just it's going and going, hey, I'm going to learn everything about you people, and I'm going to tell the world about you. To be fair, if I did do it, my intent would be on a positive leaning. Like, I would intend for it to be like a... if you want to get into this community, here's something you should know. And like, at most I might just mention, hey, these are some hot button things, just be mindful when you first jump in. But, you know, and just, you know, talk of the good bits. I'd like to start a lot of VTubers. That would be my first one, actually. But, oh god, we're such a mess. We're such a mess. I don't know, though. It's... I only worry that if I did that kind of video, I'd make enemies. Only a security employee could consider the community introspection as a positive. Yeah. I've also, to be fair, something I've been tempted to do is a little bit more of that, like... what would you call it? Lifestyle content, I guess? Where, like, you just talk about shit like how I talked about the burnout, or talked about stuff I do in content creation. I don't know. Like, I guess things where, like, it's on my mind. Room tour. No. I'm not getting a room tour. Not a real room tour. If I ever get a 3D model and have fucking VR chat shit, that is something I wouldn't mind doing, actually. A long down the road thing. It's not Asmongold level, nowhere near. There's no bugs in this room. I fucking deal with them. There's no bugs in this room. The few boxes of unbuilt miniatures, definitely. My bed takes up most of it, my desk takes up the other half. So I've not got much room for stuff, really. If anything, it's a little cramped. My desk's pretty big. To be fair, you've seen a bit of my desk when I take pictures, because I take the pictures of my models off the desk. I can live in a cardboard box in the corner. There is a cardboard box, actually, that has the whole fucking, like, tabletop board game in it. Curse City, I think it was, yeah. The Curse City box from Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I've not built everything in there yet, to be totally honest with you. I built a lot of the heroes. I think I built all the heroes, though. And I've built the skeletons from it. Yeah, the box that they sold out of way too quickly and then just abandoned it entirely. It's weird. It's really weird. But yeah, I did manage to get my hands on it. I wish more of the stuff in there became part of the Soulblight Gravelords army. The lesser vampires, the undead ogres, that kind of thing. I wish those were all more in the faction. Maybe there will be at some point. But, yeah. I need to paint all them at some point. I will at some point, when I get round to it. There's a thing. Oh, that's a thing, actually. I just remember. When I get the iPhone, guess what that means? I can use the webcam for hand cam stuff. That means I can do painting streams with my model shown. Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. That's something I want. I'll talk about one for a while. Right, that could be... Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Also, gives me an excuse to paint. I can make myself paint things. I can finally finish my get rid of the grey stuff. That'd be nice. God. Like, it's a bit of an investment. That fucking iPhone wasn't the cheapest. It wasn't super expensive, it wasn't the cheapest either. Oh, hello, foxes. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. How you all doing? Very kind of you to drop in, by the way, and thank you very much for the follow, Fox, by the way. Awfully kind of you. Thank you very much for giving us a shout out there. Hello, Zork. How you doing, my friend? And hello to all the dear Raiders. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Foxes, I hope you didn't work yourself too hard. I know what you're like, streaming for hours that I simply have eye waters at, but I hope you're doing well. And to all the Raiders, I hope you're having a wonderful night as well. As we're just vibing, chatting away about various things. Oh, excuse me, my voice is dying slowly, but it's fine. I normally would end it off soon, but you know what, we'll go a little longer. Just in honour of our dear Raiders who popped in. Yes, welcome one and all to my yapping stream where I sit here and talk your ear off for hours at a time about random bullshit in my mind. Infinite Cobral. Oh no, don't promote the Infinite Cobral. Oh no. Not to the new people. What are you yapping about? Yeah, no worries. You go chill. You've definitely more than earned it, absolutely. Have a lovely day, night, whatever it is for you. Yes, thank you very much for the raid, and thank you for being here. Very kind of you. What we yap? Well, Zork, whatever I damn well feel like, but at the moment, I was just yapping about how I can now do painting streams because of the iPhone I'm getting soon. So, I'm gonna set up some iPhone tracking, which is just in time as well. For the new me, it's coming very soon. I'm very excited about, and I'll be able to have iPhone tracking for it, which would be perfect. And of course, I can, let's say, do painting streams, so I can actually have a camera on while I have a model on, which would be nice. It's been holding me back a little bit, so exactly. I have lots of miniatures I paint. You see. I go full Bob Ross and that shit. I probably do spend an ungodly amount of time painting a single miniature. Like, I post about it on... Have I posted them on Twitter? I'll post them on Twitter later after this, but, like, I just sit down and I spend so much time that I'll be completely honest with you, like, my wrist genuinely hurts by the time I'm finished. But I will say, I am very proud of how they turn out. I've been currently painting some Death Guard, which I won't go overboard in detail about what they are, but basically big old space marines with a dose of plague. Big old dose of plague. A lot of rust and grime. And I've found some good paints so it looks nice and grimy and rusty. Dirty. I feel like I'm quite good at painting dirty things, to be honest. Like filth. it there's an art to painting filth, right? Let me regale you with the art of painting filth. There's an art to it, okay? You can't overdo it, because then it, like, distorts the details and you can't see the model. There is art in filth. Filthy Frank did teach us all this. There is art in the filthiest of things. But in this case, there is art in the filth of making something look rusty and grimy and dirty. These are all important things. And needless to say, you've got to get the right balance. You've got to get a nice balance of, do you want some corrosion? Do you want rot? Do you want a bit of blood and gore? A bit of rust? What are you after? Like, these things are all important. And you've got to find a nice balance to them. Like, a good example, my flesh eater courts, right? They're ghouls, they're cannibalistic, flesh-eating monsters. But you can't overdo it with the blood. Otherwise you can't see the detail. So, finding that balance is very important. There's a lot of skin as well, so, like, skin's a hard one, because you've got to, like, detail that shit a bit. Like, you find the right way to, like, show off, like, the indents in the skin, where, like, the muscle, the, like, or, like, where bits of limb meet, all that sort of stuff, right? And in this case as well, where to apply the gore, because they're a bunch of cannibals. Their hands are covered in gore, their mouths are covered. Might have, like, a gory banner. In a Death Guard's case, disease, rot, and decay, but also you still got to show that armor. And I've had a lot of practice over the years. Don't get me wrong, I can paint clean stuff. My Thousand Suns I painted. Well, I need to repaint the rest, but the one I'm quite proud of in red looks very nice. Nice cherry red. My Lizardmen, they're not grimy. Quite the opposite. But I do have I know I have a slant for painting the macabre. I know that I have a slant for that. I like models that let me paint that wretchedness to them. There's just I don't know. I like I'm guilty. I like grimdark. Okay, I like grimdark fantasy. I like that kind of thing. It fulfills my need for that kind of stuff. You make it great. Well, a bit of J.D. Moslaw for you, by the way. He actually did forensic science. So I have someone who I can ask about that, actually. Man did a whole study in forensics. So, yeah, exactly. Funny you should mention that. I do research a little bit, right? Like my drowned Nurgle idea, where I wanted stuff to look drowned and that kind of thing. I had to do a bit of research into that. I always worry that's going to put me on a list or something, but like, I'd like to get a good inspiration for like, what does it look like, right? And then go from there. If there isn't already something that exists. Like, for the ghouls, there's a lot of artwork I can go off of, and I knew exactly what I wanted. But for the drowned Nurgle, it's a bit more out there. My vampires being quite frosty, that was just me playing and see what I could come up with. Got more of a green and metallic theme for them. Again, post at the Discord, but yeah. A little bit of inspiration goes a long way for these sorts of things. Oh, let me just crack my back a bit, because I've been in the same position for a while. I need to add a posture check. That's something else I probably should add as a command. Good old posture check. Careful there, me almost flashing the thighs. Almost. No, just see the gap instead. The head-crushing gap. It's fine. New me has good thighs too, but it's all good. Indeed. No, hope all of you who've raided in are having a wonderful night, by the way, or day, or whatever time of day it is for you. I know Fox streams at all hours. It is. I hope she's getting some good rest, because holy shit. She's a machine when it comes to her work ethic, but hopefully she gets enough rest in, because my god. Lady works. Hell, she just made herself a new model recently. A lovely little pixie model. Which has no flesh on at all. Which is perhaps one of the most unique looking models I've seen in quite a while. Honestly. Which is nice to see. I always like to see the unique stuff. Like that... Oh, who's that guy who has, like, raccoons in armor? That was, like, a really cool thing. Like I respect that kind of unique stuff. I think it's a healthy thing for the space as well. It's a healthy thing for the space to show people that, yeah, you can just go nuts. You can go absolutely nuts. It's the thing about VTubing, which is a thing that attracted me to it. You can just go nuts, right, and be whatever. Which is exactly Pleasure Week. Indeed. Something, from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the certainty of steel. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day you will beg my kind to save you. But I have already been saved. For the pixel is immortal. Even in death, I am still a cringe VTuber. It concerns me how well I can read off the Mechanicus intro. I haven't got the music on hand, but oh, the music goes so hard with that. Even in death, I serve the Omnicide. Oh. That's getting a sequel, by the way. Oh, that's getting a sequel soon. I'm so excited for that. That's getting a sequel. Space Marine 2. I need in my life. I need it. Give me Space Marine 2. It better be good. I'm going to play so much of that when it's out. Holy shit. There's so much stuff. Exactly. So much stuff. So much good stuff. So much stuff to me to sink my teeth into in the lore. Still wait. One day. One day, buddy. One day. You know there was going to be one? That's the sad bit. Was it called Dark Crusade? Or something? Like, Eternal Crusade was going to be like PlanetSide 2, but 40k. Its predecessor, Dark Crusade, was going to be an MMO. Like, all sorts of stuff. The Mechanica, Space Marines, Chaos. All kinds of Xenos races. Whole 9 yards. And then THQ went under. Rest in peace, THQ. You were the chosen ones. You were our chosen champions to bring about the glory of the Emperor. May they forever... Well, again, they came back in a way. THQ Nordic's a thing. Yeah, Eternal Crusade was... Eternal Crusade should have been so much more. There was going to be bikes and Terminator armor and 500v500 battles and Tyranids as NPCs ravaging the battlefield. And it just wasn't. Saddens me, that does. Well, the jazz has lyrics. I'll put that lower so it doesn't pop up as much. I forgot some of the jazz actually does have lyrics, it's not all BGM. That reminds me. I am tempted to... I'll get one later, but I do intend to get a BGM for New Me. That is something on the cards. But I'm going to save it, wait a bit later on. I found someone on VGen who does BGMs, so we'll see. It's a weird one though, because I've never commissioned music. So, and my musical knowledge is not great. I just know what makes my head bang and makes me feel the good feel. I guess music is a lot of feeling, right? I mean, art in general is a lot of feeling. But I've commissioned art, right? I know kind of what to ask. I know how to kind of like articulate myself and what I'm after, right? Music's very different. It's just a different vibe. Oh, yeah, exactly. There's some good like BGMs, OST, some good stuff. Such good stuff. I know roughly what I want the BGM for New Me to be like, because it's the theme I was kind of going for. Cyberpunk meets sort of angel slash holy slash church. That's kind of the theme of that model, so I know the closest things that I can think of that fit like what I want with that, if I was to have a BGM, is the Mechanicus OST has a lot of that like church meets techno. But also, if you're familiar with a little gacha game that I play quite a lot called Arknights, that in the Guiding Ahead event has a few tracks or two tracks that go that same way as well. That really kind of kicked off the inspiration. It's also why I got the idea for the wings, the way the halo is and stuff. That's like a big part of I mean, to be fair, it was inspiration for this model. Larkman said it was inspiration for this model, to be fair, but it was also my muse for the second model, but in a different way. But that's something for later. I'm not going to rush into that because the way I see it, I don't need it straight away, but it's something I definitely will think about down the road. Plus, it'd be nice. I think it'd be a nice thing. Of course, at some point I may want to get more emotes too. I do have more than just the one, but the rest will come. The rest will come either when New Me's here, or at my well, another one will be added at my year anniversary. But when New Me is here, then all of them will be here. I'd like to have everything ready for that. That's my plan. If I can get everything ready for that, then that'd be perfect. Because I like to have it all in one go. The only thing that I'm not sure will be ready, to be honest, is the schedule. But it's not the biggest concern to me. That's not the end of the world. But we'll see. We'll see with that one. But as far as I'm concerned, everything else... I want everything else ready for the model. So when the model comes to me, I'll be able to very quickly prepare the big debut for it. The re-debut, as it were, the rebrand. That's the plan. And I don't mind how long that takes. Because it'll be glorious when it's ready. It'll be glorious and beautiful when it's ready. It already looks incredible now. And then when it can move, holy shit. Glorious. But hey. A lot to look forward to, a lot to come. Indeed, indeed. It looks incredible. I'm very happy with it. And I wait with bated breath when I can get into the new me and strut my stuff for you all. But I am patiently awaiting it. And when it is here, oh, it'll be good. It'll be very good. There's a lot of things I'm patiently awaiting to be able to do with you all. You know what I mean. Showing it all off. Yeah, God, I will say, it feels good to be able to feel so excited about like the near future, and be able to share that with you all. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Being able to share all that. There's something unique and fun about this experience where I can share that with everybody. I'm very much looking forward to doing so. God, I probably sound like a fucking fanboy just babbling on about the shit I'm like really giddy for, but I am pretty excited for it. It's a nice feeling to have. As someone who's a very prone to be a bit of a depressive person, it's a nice feeling to have like a genuine looking forward to something and that thing happening. It feels nice. Hell, it feels better than nice. It feels incredible. Absolutely incredible. Exactly, right? When you can cross the thing off the list, say, yep, that's done, off the bucket list. Yeah. Yeah, there are a few things that feel that good. There are a few things that feel quite that good. Especially with, everything's gone on in my life. It's a nice thing to be able to sit down and go, yeah, I did that. Well, this thing's happened to me. I'm happy about it. I mean, I have a notepad, right, that's been sitting waiting for me to open it on the 15th. It had a few goals, and I did all of them. I think I've done all of them. I'll review it, make some new ones the following year. But we achieved that and more. I didn't be unrealistic with myself. I was realistic. I thought, right, what can I do in a year? What can I do? I did that and much more. To my honest surprise, I outdid myself, which I feel pretty happy for, I'm pretty proud for, I'm pretty thankful for. Now it's just a question of how do I continue to improve and get better. A question I regularly have for myself is I'm a lover of improving myself. I'm a lover of making things even better, upping the ante a bit in the right way. As much as sometimes I think, oh god, what am I doing to myself? What am I putting myself through? But, thank you. Thank you. Like I say, it ain't easy some days, but it feels worth it. The struggle feels worth it. As much as my work is doing its best to drain the life out of me. And oh boy, does it drain the life out of me. But coming back to this is always nice. Coming back and flicking on stream and saying hello to all is... yeah, that's nice. That's a nice feeling. Look at me getting all sentimental, you fuckers. To all our new people, I'm not normally this sentimental, but I'm feeling sentimental at the moment. I have my moments where I have to really bear with myself a bit. But yeah, for those of you who are just joining, by the way, to let you know, what we tend to do here, obviously today is the Yappy Day, where I talk about whatever I damn well feel like. Tomorrow is Total War. So, for those of you who like Total War, there's a lot of that tomorrow. I regularly play a Total War campaign until I'm happy, and then I move on to the next faction, which is voted for in Discord. Give community interaction there, and, the perks of joining the Discord, you get to decide some things that happen in the channel. Indeed. Also, I'm playing Elden Ring because I hate myself. And it was recommended to me. It's going okay. We've got past Godric the Grafted. Yes, my dear mod here did recommend it me. And you know what? It's going okay. I'm a bit lost. But hey. We're going in there with a good bit of faith. I don't know if I want to go strength or dex, though. That's the bit I don't know. But I've almost got enough faith. I did get some lightning miracles, actually. I can make my sword covered in lightning. Unfortunately, I encountered a mage who yeets fucking magic arrows at me, so that's a whole thing. I have to deal with that. And they teleport. They're just the worst. The worst kind of arsehole. But yeah, that's for me to look forward to on Saturday, and depending on what happens Friday, Sunday as well. Also, there is a community event we're doing at 7 p.m. on Saturday too. If you like Vermintide 2, you may want to join for that. Oh wait, no. Saturday we're doing Vermintide. Sorry. We're doing Vermintide this Saturday. Sunday, we might do Elden Ring, depending what happens on Friday. Sorry, I'm getting my schedule confused. I do have a schedule. I did post it. I'm normally do Elden Ring on Saturday, but I'm getting a warm up of Vermintide before we do the little event. Which I do have the Twitch integration turned on, which means you can abuse me by summoning bosses and horrible things, or maybe help me if you feel inclined. Maybe you want to give me your strongest potions, I don't know. Or a buff, if you're feeling so inclined. But yeah. That is what we have planned for this week. As I say, normally I admit this is a bit of a shorter one. Skull event's over, yep. No more skulls. Probably for the best. Yeah, normally this is a bit of a shorter stream, but I thought in honor of all of you lovely lot coming in, I would extend it a little longer to talk. Because, well, it feel a bit wrong to end things just as you all jump in, right? But yeah. No worries, my man. No worries. And I hope you've all had a good time as well. But yeah. Is there anything else that's bearing on my mind, or shall we make someone else's day? And by once again, I know she's not there now, but thank you very much again, Foxes, for the raid and for trusting me with your community again. That's very kind of you. Certainly, I can appreciate it. It's not an easy decision to go, who should we raid, and thrust a group of people upon. Very kind of you for doing so. For little old me. And to our dear raiders, thank you very much for being here. It's very, very kind of you for sticking around, for those who have, and for those who haven't, thank you for being here in general. Still nice to have seen you. Yeah, and if for some reason you want us to come back, if I haven't put you off, then please feel more than welcome to. I am fairly active on social media to a point. Yes, you can also join us there too. If you would like. You don't have to. If you'd like to, though, you may. Anyone is welcome. There are, of course, rules to this magical land, but as long as you're not a weird person or horrible person, then you're more than welcome. I mean, when I say weird, I mean, like, messed up weird. Like, we're a little bit weird. So if you're a little bit weird, that's fine. Just not, like, over-the-top weird. As long as you... yes, as long as you aren't planning on starting a galactic-wide war, yes. That causes the deaths of billions, yes. As long as you're planning that, I suppose. That'll do. That reminds me, is there a vote currently going on at this time? I think there is, actually. Let me check. Yes, there is a vote for the next Total War campaign. Currently, Slanesh is winning that vote, but only by one. So, if anyone does want to tip the tides, you don't have long to do so. Not long at all, but up to you, again. Yes, Slanesh is currently winning. Of course, I am not going to vote on that. Indeed, the god of excess is winning. But can you change the ways? We'll have to see, won't you? You never know. There's not much in it, though. Like, one vote would make it a tie. One more vote to make it flick the other way. Indeed. Someone switched. Someone's being devious. Very Zinchian of them. Very Zinchian of them. Indeedly. Right. I think I have exhausted my bran and my voice somewhat. I can feel my voice being a little bit hoarse. I didn't quite prepare enough drink for the extra length. So, my dearest chat, be you in the chat, be you lurker, whoever you are, thank you for being here. Thank you very much to the Foxes for the follow and the raid. That is extremely kind of you. Thank you to Zork as well, popping in. Very good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well, Goat Brother. I shall be sure to summon you in a summoning circle, as promised. Yeah, see you all later, my dearest chat. Before we go, let me select a kind soul to raid. Someone is getting raided. Let me see if anyone I'm following is streaming right now. And we could send them a raid. You know what? The lovely Velkian is currently streaming right now. And as I am an enjoyer of Velkian and his stuff, why don't we go raid him? Go tell the dear fanboy I said hi. And I hope he's doing well. Do send my love. Right, we shall start the raid now. My dearest chat. Do send my love. Take care of yourselves. I will see you all tomorrow for some Total War. Till then, ta-ta for now. Oh, my love. Only sending my love.